You're listening to a best of compilation of Preacher in the Hat. 5 clips from our first year. From episode 4, I'm their leader, which way did they go? The double-billed hat.
Welcome back to Preacher in the Hat. My name is Derek. Across from me is my brother Eric, and also across from me, my father Steve. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I think this one raises 1,000 questions.
If you can't see, if you're only like just listening in with audio, what's the best way to describe this?
That's what I don't even know. He's got a hat on.
It's a double-billed cap.
It's double-billed, which shouldn't even. When you're trying to think about this, you're like, "What is a double-billed hat?" Is like exactly like
Not yes.
So you usually have the bill of a hat that's like out in front, covering your face, shading your face in the sun. Instead, all right, visualize a hat and turn it 45 degrees sideways.
Got you.
Okay, right?
At least.
Yes.
Yes.
At
Turn
least.
it 40. Yeah, at least 45 degrees, maybe more. 60?
60
I don't know.
maybe.
All right. And now add another hat on top of that.
There you go.
And rotate it the reverse number of degrees.
Right.
Of what
So
you
it's not
just did.
front and back.
Yeah.
It's like northwest and
And so while I'm wearing it, there's only one face in it. But in Visualize it, there could be 2 faces. One face under one part of the bill, one bill, and another face on another bill. And it's the idea of your head go on a swivel.
Stunningly.
Head on a swivel.
Stunningly, this has something to do with what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to.
and it says on the front. The hat says on the front.
I'm their leader. Which way did they go?
I am their leader. Which way did they go?
Clip number 4 from episode 40, How to Train Your Brain Part 2. The guys try tea made by Morgan Wallen.
Fellas, something.
Oh, boy. All right.
Don't get excited.
All right. Here we go.
Here you go, Chris. We'll describe this for our listeners.
Okay.
Wish some sand in my boots.
All right. So what we have here,
Zero sugar sweet
the
tea.
Real Company, which is spelled, Chris, if you can go to a camera shot here, I don't know. The Real, RYL. This claims to be sweet tea. However, it does have 0 sugar, Dad, so you can partake.
Whoa, I can. Yeah, baby.
Crafted by Morgan Wallen. For those of you, if you live under a rock,
Put 'em up, put 'em
or
up.
probably,
put 'em
Dad
up,
might
put 'em
not
up,
know.
Knock 'em
I
back,
know who.
knock 'em
I know
back.
of
Okay,
him.
okay.
I know
The
who
name.
he is.
Morgan
I know
Wallen,
his name.
the country star.
Young. He's a young.
Somehow, some way. Now, but wait, hold on.
Or
Before you,
don't
no,
pop it
you can
yet?
pop it. That's okay. You can go and
Okay,
pop
all
it.
right,
But
I'm just gonna
before
pop
you
it.
drink it, this is what the standard is being set here for you because this is what you must judge it by.
Okay.
Because we talked about this when we did the Faygo cotton candy.
Yes.
If it says it on the can or if it says it on the bottle, that's what you're telling me to expect. So you need to judge this because it says on the bottle, tastes like Tennessee. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but this is how we're going to
That's
It
what
says it's always delicious, 0 sugar, nothing artificial.
Yeah.
About 20 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, so keep it light there,
I'm
Dad.
gonna
There's a little
say,
caffeine.
Excellent source of vitamin C.
But anyways,
Made with-
you got to determine whether or not you like this based on if it tastes like Tennessee.
They say it's made by polyphenol
It's
technology.
that's
some
their
tech-
sweetener.
it's their-
It's
yeah.
their artificial
Okay,
sweetener.
all right.
Oh, Derek. Oh man.
Give me the Faygo all day.
Yeah, it tastes like Tennessee.
It tastes
yeah.
like the bottom of Morgan Wallen's boots.
I was gonna say, does Tennessee taste like a basement? Because that's what it smells like.
It tastes like a basement.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
I've never tasted Morgan Wallen's boots, but
You don't need to. I think you maybe just
Chris,
did.
would you like mine to take it home so you could have a
He
little extra?
signed off on this.
I know.
Crafted by Morgan
And
Wallen.
they had the audacity to put the word delicious on here.
I'm a sweet tea fiend.
I know, yeah.
And so-
we like tea around
I have
here.
to go. Unfortunately, I have to go back.
There's some type of fruitiness or something.
The smell.
Oh, so the sweetener includes monk fruit, whatever that is.
That's probably like the.
That's the weird.
Is it like a
It's got
lemon?
it's got a nice slow finish. I think
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
tasting a little. I'm tasting a little licorice on the back end.
Yeah, it's not a nice finish.
Clip number 3 from episode 18, The Girls Part 1, The Great Teddy Bear Meltdown and the Window Kick. One, of course, was the... I'm so sorry, Shauna.
I knew this was coming up.
The Great Teddy Bear Microwaving.
It must be told. It must be told to the masses.
The best part about this is it was not your teddy bear.
And also, I was a little too old to know better.
So you won't be disclosing your age.
Unfortunately, I was at 4 or 5, like y'all were.
The story goes, as far as I know it, Tanya had a stellar. Let's not give, let's make sure we don't give too much credit to Tanya here, because the idea itself, the original idea itself, was pretty poor, in that she had the great idea to put her teddy bear in the microwave to make
Wasn't it my idea? It was
I thought it was your idea, and then I thought it was
No.
your idea, and then Shauna expanded on it.
We did it first.
Guilty.
Yeah, we did it first, and it was just a little bit, and it was warm.
Oh, okay.
I think, or else we had another one in there that was warm.
And so she was like, "Nuke it!"
Like this was my favorite.
Oh,
Okay, anyway,
I need to clean it.
It was so cute. It was brown and white, and he was good. Like we would talk our stuffies at night, give him
Yes.
voices and stuff, and he would, my fingers fit just perfectly to make his mouth. And anyway,
so sad.
and so I remember looking through the microwaves weren't up high back then, it was sitting on the countertop, and I remember looking through that little screen, and his head was smoking, and he was charcoaled. He was his eyes and everything.
His eyeballs were melted.
His
eyeballs were
That's
melted.
horrifying.
Now,
Yeah, that's like something out of Saw.
I remember I just kept it. I kept it in the basement with this horrible smell. Like I couldn't get rid of it.
sad.
Name?
No.
Do we have a name?
I don't
on
remember
I
his
don't
name.
either.
R.I.P. on
Which
Now-
is
Teddy
good.
Bears.
That's saving me from more trouble. I'm kidding.
Shauna's desire for all things snuggly. came
And
back.
now there's a massive company called Warmies. Oh,
Yeah, my kids-
Ahead of your
plug.
time.
so far ahead of your
Where I
time.
could have.
Yeah,
They just
my
figured
kids
made
out a
some money.
solution for the eyeballs that you.
make them claw.
Genius.
Yeah.
There was another one that I remember. You guys, there was a big deal because Derek and I's bedrooms were downstairs. Or our bedroom was downstairs, and y'all came home from school one day and nobody was home, and
stop it.
y'all kicked in our window.
Do you not
Oh
remember
my
that?
word.
What were we acting like? I mean, were we acting like there were people chasing us and we had to get in?
Were we locked out? Was that? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was just hoping we were at least locked
It
out.
was pre-cell phones.
But why were we panicking?
Yeah, y'all panicked. Y'all panicked.
I remember it was a sunny day. It wasn't like there was bad weather or anybody was chasing
No
us.
doubt it was my idea, I'm sure. Gotta get in the house. Get my snack,
Where
after
did we
school
sleep
snack.
that night?
I don't
Probably
remember.
down there with
Yeah,
the
probably
taped up
yeah.
with cardboard.
Dad probably
Oh, I
put up
remember.
a tarp.
I remember it being cardboarded. I remember the window being covered with card. Not even like plywood. It was covered with cardboard.
Word.
What can we say? We had to get in.
We were down there.
We
Had
had
to get an after
I
school
bet. I
snack.
bet y'all beat mom home by like 12 minutes.
She came home not that long after that, which is really bad.
Oh, my word.
Clip number 2 from episode 1, The Day of Small Beginnings. Let the work begin.
The Bible says in Zechariah 4:10, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." Let's start the work.
Clip number 1 from episode 9, Streetlights. Come home, it's supper time. The kind of like the ultimate story that was going to pull back from this is the story of, of the prodigals, the parable of the prodigal son. Mm-hmm. And I just think the key for that story for me, and that I would want everybody to take away from this, is that when we talk about that light coming on, mm-hmm. That street light coming on, and God calling us home, and what He ultimately said in the story, in that parable of the prodigal son, is that it's never too late. It doesn't matter, like you alluded to in the past, it doesn't matter how many consecutive nights you decided to stay out. It doesn't matter what you did in the past, and if you think you're beyond, redemption in some kind of area, it is literally never too late to see that light come on and make the decision to go back home.
Okay, so I'm going to do something we didn't plan. Come home, it's supper time. The shadows lengthen fast. Come home, it's supper time. We're going home at last. It was my mom's favorite song for me to sing when I would sing many years ago with my dad. And even without my dad, it was her favorite song. It was a song that my dad loved to hear Southern gospel groups sing. And at 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon in November of this past year, is I found that song, or asked my sister and her husband to find that song to play it to my dad, who was on hospice and very, very, very near death. And so they played the song for him, and by his favorite bass singer, who had sung it at the end of his life. Come home, it's supper time. And when you think about come home, it's supper time, some people think only in terms of the eternal. Come home, and that's certainly, that song reflects that. But if we can steal it and pull it back into this metaphor, come home, it's supper time. Because the deal is that God's calling us home, and when we get there, He's going to feed us. Mm-hmm. He's going to feed us. He's going to give us what we need. He's going to give us rest if we need it. He's going to give us all those things. He's going to feed us the things we need. Come home, it's supper time.
And I think in Luke 15, it wrapped it up, the story of the prodigal son, so perfectly, just on what you were saying. He said, "But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost, but is now found." That's me, that's you, and that's you.
That's right.